Yeah.
Hey, we here with DISANTI. We about to talk about some amazing performance that she came through and blessed us at the studio. But first and foremost, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to chat with you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Quick question. Why do you think cholos iron their clothes so well all the time?
I think it has to do with respect.
Wait, say more.
Say more. Yeah, elaborate on that. Because that's something that we're going to debate about later.
Okay, I think it has to do with respect. I don't know. For me, the way I grew up, my parents were really strict about ironing your clothes and like being put together, because the more you show respect in how you dress and you show respect to others. So like the sloppier you are, you disrespect yourself, you disrespect the people around you by not taking care of yourself.
Dropping science. I told you. Science to this, bro.
Oh, wow. Dropping knowledge.
The whole time I was just trying to look good, you know?
This is just a theory.
Honestly, though, I don't think it's far off. And like one thing we were talking about was, you know, you may not have the nicest things, but you take care of the things you do have, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to make your next door neighbor's Theo's hand-me-downs look good. You know what
I mean? Exactly.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing. Yo, well, for people who are watching who may not know who you are or have heard your music before, give us a quick rundown about who you are, what's DISANTI all about, and we can jump into it from there.
Sure. DISANTI is about a mood. To me, music is all about a mood. So you will hear all types of music coming from me. I mean, I've done reggaeton songs. I've done like hip hop. I was in a rock band for a year. I like to like use different types of music and moods and try to create a new sound. That's kind of what I've been having fun with lately. That's why I say it's a mood.
Well, exactly. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's a feeling. It's a vibe. It's a time and place where you're at, and it's a place for each song. You know?
It's un pinche vibe.
It's a vibe, okay?
Where are you from?
I'm Puerto Rican, but I grew up in Chicago.
I grew up in Chicago. But you grew up in Chicago. You live in LA now?
Yeah, I've been in LA for a minute now. I came here to get my BFA in performing arts.
Nice.
Got that, and then I just stayed here because the weather's nice.
It's nice all year round, right?
Spoiled.
No snow. Do you miss the snow on Christmas or what?
Oh, that's the only time I go home. I stayed here for one Christmas, and it was the most depressing Christmas.
It's ever. Very depressing. Christmas seems like June here.
I'm such a California baby. I'm like,
really?
I saw snow for the first time when I was like 20 something. Like,
that's so weird to me. How was that?
Well, the first time I saw snow, it was magical because it was like sprinkling from the sky, and it's like a movie, right? It felt like a movie.
Totally.
And then the second time I was like, what is this fucking shit? Like, it's so annoying. It's like in your face. You're like covering. It's like you're under attack by the...
It's bad. Especially if it's like super windy. It feels like ice is hitting your face.
The first time I saw snow was like, you know, my homie's Nissan Sentra. I don't know, one of the Nissan pickup truck. He went to the beach. He went to the mountains, came back with snow in his back of his truck, and came back to the neighborhood and started throwing like snow to everybody. Hey.
No, you didn't.
I was like, oh shoot! He went to the snow and came back with snow. Like, nice.
That was nice. That was really sweet of him.
That's just like hood kid shit.
I love it though.
He's got snow in the mamalona. Get it?
Let's go. Get it. This is a snowman. Now it is depressing in California. I can imagine how it can be depressing because it's not like really like it doesn't feel like Christmas, and then everybody's all depressed fake. And everybody's all depressed.
Christmas.
And everybody's just always mad and depressed at each other, and like it's just like the most depressing time in California.
It's weird. I don't know.
I can see that in Chicago. You're with your family for a long time.
Yeah.
You can chill out. You relax.
Yeah.
You're kept
Everybody's inside. Drinking their hot cocoa, spending time with each other.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a vibe.
I gotta try it one day.
Good.
I mean, I've been to like Snow Summit, like when they used to do concerts and stuff like that. Saw Redman and Meth Man in the snow. That was cool. But I mean, I went home. Cool. I went home, like 2 hours later,
You like hung out and the show was
What was that?
You hung out and the show was outside in the snow?
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. It was like it was like, you know, a snow lodge, you know what
Unfathomable.
Oh, cool, cool.
I mean? You know what I mean? Like it was like a snow lodge. It's like some white boy shit, you know what
What did you do with about being cold though? Like, where did you come prepared? Like, did you have like little pocket
I mean? Not
warmers?
really, not really.
Or-
I remember like some girl took me and she drove the whole time. I feel like I was like so cold. I just fell
Oh my
asleep.
God.
I just fell asleep.
Exhausted.
Because I was like, you know, there was a tram that takes you down to the parking area, and I was like, fuck that shit. The line's forever. Let's just walk. That was the biggest mistake ever. You know, we're like, we had to walk like 3 miles to our car
Oh
in the snow.
That
It
sounds
was
mild,
awesone.
like, wildly unusual.
And I had no snow attire because like we get make fun of if you wore like a puffy jacket. You work with other artists and stuff, writing for them or what?
Yeah, no, definitely. I have another artist that I collabed with, WHG. We're working on a song that's different than the last one because WHG was very political. This song's more about like relationships and stuff like that. I'm trying to do different topics so that it doesn't stay all love songs.
I like it. I like it. No, I mean, I like that. I mean, you gotta stay busy, you know. And sometimes you know, when you're a songwriter, like you know, you always it's if you're good at what you do, it's easy for you to write for someone else than it is for you to write for yourself. Sometimes, you know.
Oh, 100%. For some reason, there's more pressure when it's on yourself. Everything has to be perfect.
Yeah. You
When
can
it's
be
for
loose.
someone else, it's like, do you like it or do you not like it? And that's that.
I was hearing about that girl. Was her Sia? She made an album with a bunch of songs that nobody wanted.
Oh, that's genius. I didn't know that. I love
Yeah,
that.
I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
I love that. I mean,
Because you know,
to me, songwriting, I think that's one of the reasons why I got into it is because it fascinates me and I always wanted to be a singer, but songwriting for some reason like scared me. I don't know
really,
why. It's like intimidating, which was funny because I was always a poet, but for some reason putting it to music was like a terrifying thing for me.
mm. Well, it's fun. I enjoy that part of it, especially the writing the lyrics and stuff.
Oh yeah. Now I
Yeah.
have a blast with it. I think before I just judged myself too much and I felt like I was naive and I thought I had to be good right away instead of like realizing you can edit the crap out of that song until you
Yeah,
like it. You know?
exactly. Like
Like, why are you stressing?
that's why I don't know if you got to meet Paul. He was my head engineer here, you know, and he works with us and produces a lot of the music. And you know, sometimes we like I was like, we used to have this big old mixing board, but you know, like technology, you don't need the big old mixing boards anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But we used to make a joke where we would be like, yeah, you know, this artist that came in, we had to use all the buttons, you know. We had to use all the buttons to make it sound
I'm
good.
dead.
Because you
That's
know,
funny.
we take pride. You know, we're not gonna, you know, because I mean, with technology, even if you sound like shit, we can still make you sound good and you're decent. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Just throw auto tune over everything.
Exactly.
Actually, speaking of that, I've had that experience where I've worked with new engineers or producers and they just put crazy filters on my voice and I have to like tell them to take it out because I'm like,
Yeah.
it doesn't even sound like me anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Does that low
I
key?
sound
Does that like offend you? Are you like, what the fuck? Why are you throwing all this
no,
noise?
it's not even offensive. It's like you're not getting the sound I'm going for.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
a style thing. To me,
Yeah.
it's not offensive. It's not whether I'm good or bad. It's just like, okay, cool, that's your style, but that's not my style.
What about when they let you listen to your vocals like raw, like without no beat, like and you're not ready
Oh
for it?
my God, it hurts. It hurts inside.
You're not ready for it. And you're just like, oh, okay. Can I do that over again?
The worst is when you're doing that all day and I get so tired of my own voice. I'm just like, just turn it off.
But then when they put the beat over it for some while, like, and they put the effect, you're like, it sounds good.
Yeah,
you know?
like, oh, okay, there it is.
Wait, so tell us about the performance that you did at Water the Plants for Shot in the Dark. Like what
Oh.
made you choose that song? Was that like a cry of like, or was that like I guess?
That was like I was terrified for that performance.
Mm.
As Omar always says, as Goodness always says, everyone gets a shot in the dark.
Everybody gets a shot.
And
in the
you
dark.
nailed it. So You did
I
something.
have not seen playback yet, so I will get back to you on
Trust
that.
that it's good, but
I,
trust.
I was talking about it earlier about how, it was, it's one of our longer shot in the darks, because it's like 2.5 minutes and stuff like that. And I was engaged the whole time. So
Oh, that's good.
even though like it sounded like it was like a song that could have been a little upbeat, and it wasn't like, you know what I mean, like you had some like,
Yeah,
like rapping in it almost,
yeah,
which was still kind of cool, like you weren't like, it wasn't like a ballad or anything like that, but
right,
it was still entertaining, you know what I mean?
right.
I was
Well, if
feeling
it's
it.
not entertaining, you could definitely cut that shit in half.
Yes.
No offense taken. It's totally fine.
Tell us, man, what made you choose that song? What's the history of that track? Give us.
The rundown. Okay, so as I chose that song because I thought more than anything, it's just one of those songs that the message itself stands alone. I knew I didn't need all the bells and whistles to make it sound good because of the message and the different types of like tempos that I played with within the melody, and then switching between singing and rapping. I just thought it was like a good flavor of everything for what I was able to give out without having any accompaniment at all.
I
I
agree.
like that. Yeah, because the other one had like crazy harmonies. I needed like a piano, and I'm like, how am I going to pull this off? So that's why I switched it out. And reason why I really like this song is because it's about like dating nowadays. Dating has changed a lot, and I'm more old school when it comes to dating. Like I believe in fate, people who you meet. I've never had a dating app in my life.
What?
Wow, me neither. Well, it's because
Never.
I got married like 10 years ago, but that's
Yeah,
Oh,
that was pre-dating apps, bro.
I never needed it, bro. Like I'm before that. I am
Not even on
before,
Pinch MySpace or something.
I am before that. I'm from like AOL, like like that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's like on AIM.
Like that's
Yes,
it. That's old school as I get. That's as far as I get with like dating services, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah.
So what's one piece of dating advice you would give to someone who's like just fucking fed up with it? Like, I'm over it. This shit sucks. Like, I'm just meeting a bunch of trash people or whatever. Like, what's
Actually, if that's how they feel, that's probably when they're going to meet the right person.
when you stop looking?
It's always when you stop caring, you start living for you, you do your own thing. You're like, nah, I'm cool. I'm done with this. And the next thing you know, the next person comes in. You're like, wait a minute.
And then you treat them like shit because you thought you weren't ready for that yet.
Oh,
right. Oh man, I thought you were like my ex.
Yeah,
like behavior.
You missed that opportunity, or it's like it's usually someone that you've met in the past, or someone old friend or something like that. Like comes back into your life.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen it go both ways though.
It's because it's Mercury retrograde, bro. I mean, all the exes are hitting everyone back up.
Exactly.
You're like, wait. I've grown now, I promise.
Like I remember back in the day, when we would quarantine together, and now quarantine's opening up. So, here I am thinking about spending time with you. How I wish we were quarantining all the time.
Now that I don't have to be forced to be around you.
Damn. Yo, that's real. That's super real. I mean,
it's true.
I mean, for me, playing field.
It's just been wild for me because society has changed, music has changed, dating as well too, like I love all this like woman empowerment, and everybody's like starting to see, oh, girls are just as forward as men, like this is awesome, everyone's like an equal playing field. But I also feel like there's like a pressure to be a certain way in order to be considered a serious relationship. And that's what I'm not about. Like everybody wants something different, everybody needs something different out of a relationship. So like, how can you define that?
Do you feel as an artist you should be a role model to people?
I think it's up to you. It's your choice. To me, music, and as an artist, you're an artist, so you're putting out information out there whether people relate to it or not. You can choose to be a role model, or you can choose to just be yourself and let that be the model for whoever the hell wants to be a part of that journey. You know?
Damn fucking straight.
Well, because you also can't control who considers you a role model.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's
Like-
what I always said. We were talking about that the other day about like, you know, like we're talking about hip hop and like everybody's always concerned about the state of hip hop.
Yeah.
Like hip hop is number one, like across the board. Don't worry about it until we're not number one anymore. Let's worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
It goes
But
back underground. No one cares.
no one cares.
Yeah.
You know? No one cares about that stuff. So it's just like people are always like, oh, you know, but they look at they're teaching the kids wrong or whatever.
Right.
It's a
right.
story, you know. Like to me, I look at it like it's a
Exactly.
movie. It's a movie, you know.
Me
what I mean?
too. Me too.
You
I
know, let it-
actually try to write songs like that where it's more of just a storyline in a movie, or I take other people's stories and apply it if
Exactly.
it makes the song more interesting.
Exactly.
And I think that's a problem I also had with exes too. And they were like, "Who you writing about?" It's like,
Yeah,
no, chill.
Yeah, chill.
It's
I
just
saw
a
this in a
story.
movie. you know?
Honestly, and not only that, but at the end of the day, you fucking signed up for this, my good
Exactly.
dude.
Yeah.
Like you know what
Yeah.
you were getting into.
Yeah. So you think is it hard for you to date since you're an artist or what?
It definitely is. I feel like as dating an artist in general, whatever type of artist you are, you have to be very secure with yourself, because I feel like artists are very emotional and very I mean, for me, like I have moments where I zone out. I'm just more focused on music and whatever. And I feel like a lot of people aren't secure with that. They think, oh, it must be something else deeper than that. It's like, no, it's just, this is my other true love, you know?
Right. True. That's real.
Only
That's
speaking
realness.
facts. DISANTI coming out here with only facts. We want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to watch the video. We want everybody be sure to stay on tune because Mind and Body is coming up in a few. But before then, where can people find you online? You know, what's coming down the pipeline? What should people keep an eye out for?
I have some, actually Mind and Body, we're working on trying to re-record this song because we had some issues with that. But if you guys follow me on Instagram at ITS DISANTI, that's at It's DISANTI, you'll find all my links there. I also have a few music videos on Ray Mitchell Productions on YouTube. You can check me out there. And we're going to be uploading some more like underground stuff on SoundCloud soon. So as long as you follow me on Instagram, you'll find all the information.
Awesome.
Word up.
Thank you so much again for taking the time. We are super excited to have you, to talk to you. This has been an amazing conversation, even though I like glitched out and was
You're
just
so cool. I'm so bummed I wasn't here when you were here so we could meet in person. But
I
like,
know.
we're having a mixer for all the people that you're gonna get a formal invite, but just keep an eye on that. We
Oh,
want everybody
cool.
to come and do a little mixer, come check out the studio and stuff like that, you know. And I mean, you already
love
been here,
that.
but we'll have some performances and stuff like that as well. And
Oh, cool. Hell
please-
yeah, let's do it.
please bring the family.
cool.
Please, and let's get it together. But thank you, man. We really appreciate you rocking with us, and man, go follow her, go support her. She's got a good vibe. You know, I got a daughter. I got a 5-day-old daughter right now,
Oh,
and we need good role models. You know what I mean, out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
congratulations. That's awesome.
You know what I mean? We got to set the narrative, change the narrative, right?
I agree.
Let's go.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me. It really was a pleasure. I had an amazing conversation. Can't wait to talk to you guys again.
I appreciate
Awesome.
you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Peace.
Bye.